Dozens and dozens of Trump supporters who also adhere to the Q ideology were left standing out in the state of Texas yesterday, awaiting the arrival of JFK Jr., who died in a plane crash in 1999. But according to these Trump-loving Q conspiracy theorists, yesterday was apparently supposed to be the day that JFK Jr. came back from the dead, revealed himself to never have died. They believe he faked his own death, and then, after he, came back, was going to either reinstate Trump as president somehow, or announce that he was running with Donald Trump for president and vice president in 2024. But JFK Jr. never materialized. And I think we all know why, obviously, but the why question I have is actually for these wackos that were out there in the street in Dealey Plaza. So why would you do this on November 2nd, right? No connection with November 2nd to the Kennedy family, any of the tragedies that have befallen that family. It's just a random day in November. Sure, it's an election day, but really not in the state of Texas. So not quite following the logic there on why November 2nd was, the day he was going to come back. And I also don't understand why JFK Jr., right? What in the Kennedy family history makes you think that any of them would, one, fake their own death, and two, come back randomly 22 years later and say, hey, I'm running for president with Donald Trump? None of this makes any sense, but of course none of the Q people make any sense whatsoever. But this is a particularly nonsensical conspiracy theory that, again, fell flat just like literally every other one of their conspiracy theories. And those people stood out there for hours. It was hilarious. And then later in the day, they were like, oh, no, okay, he's not going to come back here, but he's going to come back at another location, so we're all going to move over here. They're nuts. They're nuts. And I hope the country understands that, right? Polls have shown that more and more people are starting to buy into this Q crap. And I hope all of them were paying attention to what didn't happen in Texas yesterday. Looking at these people getting wildly mocked across the media for standing out there like a bunch of idiots for believing in conspiracy theories. JFK Jr. is not alive. Again, he died in a plane crash in 1999. It was a very sad time, but even if he had faked his own death, it would be even more of a stretch to think that he would randomly come back on a day in November and want to run for office with Donald Trump. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you want even more Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe, and don't forget, you can find me on all social media outlets at Fair and Balanced.